Ryan Poles is playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. I'm just going to say it now. This has been the best fleecing of an NFL team that I've seen, and I'm pretty sure everybody else has seen in NFL history. The Chicago Bears have secured the number one pick in the draft for the second year in a row, and we are here to discuss it briefly. What is going on? This is your boy Jordan JC back again on the ATS report. And yes, the Chicago Bears have secured officially the number one pick of the draft with all of the NFL results that we've seen today. The most important results were two games. You had the Jaguars versus the Panthers. That was the game that I thought, okay, yeah, the Panthers are going to probably lose that game. Even with Trevor Lawrence not playing, you had CJ Beathard doing his thing, and the Jaguars beat the Panthers very easily, 26-0. The game that I was surprised at, which helped us in the long run, was the Cardinals versus the Eagles. The Arizona Cardinals have actually been playing pretty good football with Kyler Murray returning and James Conner doing his thing coming out of the backfield. They defeated the Eagles on a last-minute touchdown by Conner in the fourth quarter, 35-31. And so with that, we have secured the number one pick in the draft. We don't have to wait till next week. We don't have to wait for any other results. The number one pick is ours again. The reason why I'm so excited about this is because if you remember the haul that we got last year, when it was DJ Moore, this year's first and second round pick, next year's first, which is coming up in the 2024 draft, then you have the 2025 second round pick. I believe that we can get an even greater haul. It has to happen just because of the type of players that are coming out of this draft and the quarterback needy teams that are looking to give the best offer to Ryan Poles. So I believe that Ryan Poles, even more so than last year, is in the catbird seat for this year's draft. Whether or not he keeps the number one pick, whether or not he trades it down or trades a couple of times along with the pick that the Bears have in the top 10 even now, this is going to be an epic next, 3 to 4 months until the draft season gets here or draft actually gets here. And I'm all for it. I think that Ryan Poles completely fleeced the Carolina Panthers. I didn't expect the Carolina Panthers to be good after they got Bryce Young, but I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't expect them to be the worst team in the league as well. This is epic. And I think that the way that things are going now, if you looked at the broadcast of the Bears game, there was a few telling signs, and I feel like there's a little bit of strategy involved because the way that Ryan Poles seems to go about his business is that he keeps his cards and what he's going to do his strategy kind of close to the vest until it's time to show his hand. And if you looked at the broadcast and even some of the lingo and the way that the announcers were calling the game, talking about Justin Fields and how great he played, which he did a very good job in the 37-17 win over the Falcons today, it almost seemed as if this was like his swan song. Like, is this going to be the last game at Soldier Field? You saw Ryan Poles come down from upstairs and walk around with the team before the victory, before the fourth quarter ended. And it was almost like this look of, well, maybe this is the last time that everybody, as the team is constructed now, is going to be playing at Soldier Field. And so it was kind of like this happy and sad feeling that you got watching the game because it made it seem as if, well, is Justin Fields just trying to improve his resume for the next team he's playing for? Or is Ryan Poles seen enough for him to keep him and then now build around him now that we officially know that the Bears are in control of the draft for the second year in a row? And so I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Obviously, you all know how I feel. I've mentioned it a number of times. I think Justin Fields has proven enough and shown enough, especially recently with the play, showing his accuracy, showing the deep ball, showing the improvement in scanning the field and picking up defenses, being able to throw the ball away when he's under pressure instead of holding it and getting sacked and losing yardage. Those are all little incremental progresses that I've seen Justin Fields over the course of the last 3 weeks improve on. You saw it in a lot of today's game. When he was scrambling out of the pocket, there were some magical times that he even got out of pressure. I don't know how he got away from pressure. The man was getting yanked down to the ground, got away, ran for positive yardage. But there were also times where he was about to get sacked, basically, and threw the ball away. Early on, you never saw Justin Fields do that. And so I think there's an IQ that's kind of he's tapping into that shows that he's improving week to week and that you can expand on that. You can build off that. And I think Ryan Poles actually is seeing the evolution of Justin Fields. So I'm going to say that Justin Fields is here to stay. I think that there's a strategy involved where Ryan Poles is not going to say whether or not he's keeping Justin, because why would you? You are in control of the draft, and teams are going to be quarterback needy. So whether that means they're going to be looking to the draft for an answer or solution, or they're going to be looking to trade for Justin Fields. We already heard Ryan Poles say numerous times that he has to be completely blown away to even think about trading for Justin Fields. And so does that mean that there has to be just an amazing, epic haul that he just can't deny? That even as Chicago fans, even Justin Fields fans can get behind and say, hey, yeah, I get why he traded him, because you just can't ignore that. Like, what does that look like on top of the draft capital that we have and the value that we have in our number one pick? So it's going to be exciting. These next 4 or 5 months are going to be extremely exciting to see what happens, how the Bears are going about it. I want to see what you all think, you Chicago Bears fans think about how the Bears are going to go about the draft the next 4 months. What do you think their plan is going to be? Do you think that Justin Fields has solidified himself, including looking at how he played today's game with the rushing touchdown and the passing touchdown, and just controlling the game as not just as a game manager, but also as a game changer? That's the trajectory that I see for Justin Fields. But again, there's a lot of people that are on the fence about Justin Fields being a bust, or Justin Fields not being as good as some of the talent that's coming out of this draft. I've said this before. I don't think that Caleb Williams is good enough to replace Justin and be better in this system. You've already seen Justin improve in the system over the first 2 years of being under whatever Getsy is calling and play calling and scheming for every game. I don't think that Caleb Williams coming in would do any better, or honestly be on the same level. Caleb Williams to me is a smaller, less athletic, less strong, doesn't have as strong of an arm as Justin Fields. And there's a lot of question marks as far as his leadership qualities are concerned that are on full display, whether it be him not being able to face the noise in interviews and, facing the hard questions after losses, or his 0-4 record, I believe, that he has against really good teams in college. Like, there are certain question marks, and obviously the biggest one is the coach. He runs a system at USC that is very quarterback friendly. So when Caleb Williams sat out, the quarterback behind him had a really, really good game. And so does that mean that maybe there's a little bit of a skew as far as his numbers? Is this saying that maybe his draft value, his draft stock is kind of blown out of proportion? We don't know. But what we do know is that the Bears are going to be in control of all of this, whether it be free agency, whether it be trade talks on Justin Fields, whether it be trade talks for that number one pick, or keeping it to get the best player available for this team. I am excited. I know you guys are. Again, I want to hear what you all have to say in the comment section below. I will always be down there with you. And as always, if you like this video, show some class, comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video with others. And a lot of you guys I see are looking at the video. I appreciate the views, but I want to say about 90% of you guys aren't subscribed. So please subscribe. Continue to support me through that way. And I will see you guys on the next ATS report.